Déjà vu. You know that feeling when you're certain this moment happened before, even though it didn't? This is when you feel like you're experiencing something for the second time, even though it's brand new. That's your brain misplacing a new experience as an old memory. Scientists think it's your memory and awareness systems briefly overlapping. Your brain accidentally files the present moment as a past one. The tip of the tongue. Ever know a word but it's stuck on the tip of your tongue? Your brain knows the answer but it just won't come out. This glitch happens when the brain stores the word but can't quite access the path to retrieve it. The harder you chase it, the deeper it hides. Here's the trick. Stop trying and your brain will suddenly deliver it later when you're thinking about pizza instead. False memories. Sometimes your brain rewrites history without asking you. You might think you remember something clearly. A conversation, a face, a moment, but your mind has quietly filled in the blanks with guesses, stories, or things other people said. Over time, those edits can become the real version in your head. The worst part? It feels 100% true even when it never happened. Brain freeze. Eat or drink something cold too fast and your brain punishes you. What's happening? Cold hits the roof of your mouth, and that confuses a nerve that tells your brain there's pain in your head. It's miscommunication between your mouth and your brain. To fix it, quickly press your tongue to the roof of your mouth to cancel the distress signal. Phantom vibration. This is when you feel your phone vibrate, but it didn't. Your brain gets so used to checking your phone that it starts to imagine the sensation. 90% of people experience this phantom limb for their phones. Sleep paralysis. Imagine waking up but being trapped in your own body. You can't move, you can't scream. You're between sleep and being awake, and your brain forgets to switch your body back on. You're conscious, but stuck in your bed like a statue. Sometimes the brain even adds creepy hallucinations. The Stroop effect. Try saying the color of this word, not the word itself. Your brain instantly wants to read the word because reading is automatic. You've done it thousands of times. But naming the color takes conscious effort. These two processes clash in your head, slowing you down and making you stumble. It's a mental fight between habit and control, and it reveals just how easily your brain can trip over itself. The doorway effect. You walk into a room with a purpose, and the moment you cross the doorway, poof, your brain forgets why you're there. This strange glitch happens because your brain sees doorways as event boundaries. When you move from one room to another, your mind categorizes that moment as a transition, like turning a page in a book. It clears out short-term memory to make space for whatever comes next. And sometimes, that includes deleting the thing you were just about to do. Your brain treats walking through a door as a cue to reset your mental context, and that reset can wipe out your original goal. The McGurk effect. This brain glitch shows how much your senses depend on each other, sometimes too much. If you hear someone say ba but watch their lips clearly say fa, your brain doesn't know who to trust, so it mixes the signals and decides you heard something in between, like va or fa, even though the audio never changed. It's not your ears failing, it's your brain trying to be clever. It prioritizes the visual information from the lips over what your ears actually hear. Your brain basically overrides reality to make sense of the mismatch. Change blindness. You can stare straight at something and completely miss a major change, even if it happens right in front of you. This is called change blindness, and it shows that seeing isn't the same as noticing. Your brain doesn't process every detail in a scene. Instead, it filters out what it thinks is unimportant and fills in the blanks with assumptions. If something changes while your attention is elsewhere, even for a split second, your brain might not register it at all. The weird part? You feel like you saw everything, but really, your brain just made its best guess and moved on. Blindsight. Blindsight is one of the strangest brain glitches out there. Some people with damage to their visual cortex say they're completely blind, and yet they can still point to where a light is, guess which direction something is moving, or even avoid obstacles, all without consciously seeing anything. Their eyes work, and parts of their brain are still picking up visual signals, but the information never reaches their awareness. This glitch reveals that vision isn't just about the eyes, it's about what the brain chooses to show you. Hypnic jerks. Quick involuntary muscle twitches that hit right as you're falling asleep. They feel random, but there's a reason behind them. As your body relaxes and your breathing slows, your brain sometimes misinterprets the sensation as falling. It freaks out for a split second and sends a burst of signals to your muscles, just in case you need to catch yourself. It's basically a survival reflex that gets triggered by mistake. It's harmless but jarring. 1 second you're peacefully falling asleep, the next your leg kicks, your arms flail, and your heart's racing like you just tripped in a dream. Mirror touch. It's a rare brain glitch where your brain doesn't just understand what someone else is feeling, it mirrors it physically. If someone with this condition sees another person being touched, on the arm, the cheek, or wherever, they actually feel that touch on their own body. It's like their brain's empathy system is dialed up to 11. The brain mistakes someone else's sensation as its own and activates the same touch pathways. It's not just feeling bad for someone, it's literally feeling what they feel. Most people's brains can tell the difference between watching and experiencing, but in mirror touch effect, that boundary gets crossed. Seeing becomes feeling. Empathy turns physical. It's a glitch, but also a kind of superpower. Mind wandering. That's your brain on autopilot. You were looking at the words, but your mind was somewhere else, replaying a conversation, imagining dinner, or thinking about a weird noise you heard 3 days ago. This glitch happens when your brain quietly shifts from focused thinking to default mode. It's the part of your brain that takes over when you're bored, tired, or deep in thought. You don't notice the switch until it's already happened. It's not laziness. It's just your brain trying to multitask. But instead of helping, it leaves you rereading the same paragraph 5 times. The backfire effect. It's one of the brain's most stubborn glitches. When your beliefs get challenged, especially ones tied to identity, values, or emotion, your brain doesn't calmly update the facts. It goes into defense mode. Instead of adjusting your view, you dig in deeper. Logic gets pushed aside, and your brain treats the new information like a threat. It's like someone invading your mental territory, and your instincts kick in to protect it, even if the evidence makes perfect sense. It's not about being smart or not. It's about how our brains are wired to protect our beliefs. More videos like this one are coming up soon. Subscribe and stay tuned.